Hello, I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. I am recording from a new location and I have my Wi-Fi up, so hopefully I'll be actually able to hear it. Actually able to see everything. I don't know how quickly everything is recording, but I do have okay, there's a bit of a lag, yeah. Because I have a window open to see if I could hear the recording as I try to do this, and hopefully it'll do it without too much of delays and whatnot. But yeah, this is the Aquarius January 2019 reading. I tried to do it last year at the end of 2018, and that didn't work out so well. It did not work out so well. So hopefully it'll go smoothly. Yeah, hopefully it'll go smoothly out here, and I can do your reading for you. So I'll go ahead and get started before anything interrupts it. All right, let's see. Aquarius, January 2019. I'm an Aquarius sun, y'all, and I have a lot of energy in my 11th house. I have a couple of placements in my 11th house, so I'm very Aquarian. And I mean, I don't have anything to complain about, but there have been some rough changes as of late, but I'm doing pretty good in it. And hopefully that's the energy that I channel for Aquarius. So I'm hoping for a good message just as much as y'all are. Let's see what Goddess Guidance has for Aquarius in January 2019. January 2019, Aquarians in January 2019. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I feel like a lot of what Aquarius is going through in January, leading up to January, now in the month of January, it is training you up in the way you should go. You know, if you're a Christian, you've probably heard that line all your life. But a lot of what you are experiencing is it's refining you. It's like you're going through the fire to be refined. Don't need no phone calls. Yeah, this everything, the path that you're taking right now, trust your intuition because your intuition is always going to lead you to where you need to be. It's always going to lead you to just the right place. So be sure to trust what it is that you're feeling, even if it feels like, even if you have people that doubt you, even if you have people that try to tell you that that's not the way to go, even if someone wants to tell you that there's a better way, a more wise way, a faster way, a shortcut. I feel like right now you really just have to listen to your own soul. You can't be concerned about what outsiders have to say right now. It's all about Aquarius, and Aquarius just has to do what Aquarius needs to do at this time. So let's get some tarot cards to round out this story about what's going on in January 2019. January 2019 for Aquarius. Tarot, give us a good message. Spirit, guide us, guide me. Let my tongue say the right things. January 2019. More of you, less of me. 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 It's quite a journey we going on. That chariot card, make sure to pop out right quick on me. I'm not taking jumpers. I'm laying them out. So let's see. We have the Nine of Coins, Strength, Four of Coins, Four of Staffs, the Star, Eight of Cups, Knight of Coins, Nine of Swords, the World, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. So these are all pretty decent cards from just looking at the overview. As we go into January, you are on a long journey. So just like those Goddess Guidance cards, lean on your own understanding, lean on your own intuition. because where you're going right now is the way that you need to go, and it's solo. So it could feel little bit lonely. You could bring in the new year feeling lonely. You could be feeling lonely just in your walk, in life. You could feel, and not necessarily saying that you are alone. You could be surrounded by a room full of people and feel like you're really the only person there on your own vibration. It's almost like you feel like you're on your own vibration, like nobody else is really vibing with you right now. And you could be having fun, you could be going out, still celebrating, still hanging around family that could still be in town from the holidays. But it's just like you're lonely with everyone else around you. It feels a bit lonely, and not in a desperate type of way. It's just that you kind of wish that you had more companionship, somebody to really understand you and hear your stories and discuss what you're feeling. But this is all a part of your walk. You learn the most about yourself when you're alone. So don't fret and don't, hate the process. Go through it, because everything that you're going through right now is definitely building you up with that Nine of Coins card. It's a prosperous card. When I see the Nine of Coins, I don't think of, even though it's a solo journey, it's just like, okay, we dolo, but that don't mean I'm hurting. It just means that I would like to have some companionship or some company or somebody that understands me, but I'm okay right now because I know that this is what I need to do. But I do feel like you do have somebody that's watching over you or looking at you, and they have a lot of passion for you, whether that be romantic or whether it be like professional. But somebody is looking at you, and they are, it could be a bunch of somebody's actually. People could just see you doing your own thing right now and just kind of admire how you're handling life. They can see what you're going through and just kind of admire how it is that you are handling it, and see that you're just about your business right now and trying to do the best that you can for yourself. You're in a place right now where you're not exactly sure where everything is going to go in January. And the Fool to me represents that fall or fly. It's like you've come to a fork in the road and there's two directions you can take, or you've come to the cliff, and you know that everything you want is on the other side of that cliff, but you have to jump off of it. You could either fall or you can fly. If you fall, you're gonna learn lessons. If you fly, you're gonna have a damn good life. But it's just that period of kind of stagnation before things pop off. So you're on this journey, moving along, doing your own thing. People can be watching you and admiring you. And like I said, you can be around people, but it's still a feeling like you on a vibe all by yourself, like you on your own journey, probably a spiritual journey, since I have that high priestess down here at the bottom. And even though you know how profound or how meaningful it is that you do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, that you walk the path that you're on right now, it still kind of sucks to be in that place of stagnation where you don't physically see everything popping off the way you want it to. But just kind of keep your wits about you. The Nine of Coins is a very level headed card, a level headed energy. And I see a nine, I think of that temperance card. I don't know if temperance in this deck is a nine or what, but I think about no, I think about the temperance card because the ninth house of the zodiac is Sagittarius, and in the tarot, the temperance card symbolizes Sagittarius. So that's why when I think of nine, I think of that temperance and just being in moderation, in a state of balance, and just being patient while things unfold for you. So that's the energy that's working with you. As you have your focus, set on something, maybe it ain't really popping off yet, but you're still just doing the work to get there. You have your sights set on wherever it is that you want to go in life, especially with this being the new year. Of course, people have set their resolutions, but I feel like this is deeper than resolutions. This is something like an evolution. I know you've probably been seeing those memes where they cross out, resolution, and they put New Year's evolution. This is kind of that energy for you. So you're in your New Year's evolution here. It may be, the path less traveled. You may not have a whole lot of people or anyone really there to share this experience with you. But right now it's just a period of stagnation, and just stay focused, and I know you'll be okay. In the second card position, we have strength. So right now, I feel like there is a big focus on just getting yourself together materially, like deciding what it is that you're going to do to transform your finances to make sure that you're good for 2019 and forward and beyond. So there's a big push here, especially after that Nine of Coins card that fell right here in the first position. A lot of what you're doing right now, you may feel lonely because you really can't discuss a lot of business plans with a lot of people because everybody just ain't on their vibe. Like some people, they still holding on to negativity, still talking about shit that happened years and years ago. So they can't look forward. They can't move forward like how you're moving forward, Aquarius. Yep. It's a solo journey. There's the hermit and there's that nine again that I was talking about. So this, yep, you stand to yourself, doing what you need to do, trying to get yourself together. Whatever situation that you are in, I feel like it's a test of your ego or your pride, Aquarius. Um, you may be having to make do with less than what you're used to at this time. So it's kind of like it's playing on your pride or it's playing on your ego because you can see other people around you prospering. And that could be another reason why you feel like you're on a vibe by yourself because you can see other people who seem like they're in a more stable place in life. And I say seem because ego is not really a real thing. So when ego comes into question and ego is symbolized by that strength card, it means that the people that seem like they're doing good around you, that's their ego showing too. And don't let other people's flexing to please their ego, don't let that harm your own ego, Aquarius. Okay? Because right now you're finding the light within yourself. So everything that you're going through right now in your journey to get your finances together, to get your house straight, to get your car repaired, whatever it is, those material possessions that kind of affect how you feel as far as your self-esteem, it's all a part of your spiritual journey. First and foremost, everything that you see outwardly, any material possessions are going to stem from how you feel inside. So just make sure that you're nurturing yourself and caring for yourself and figuring out what's best for you while you look. You want this, you want the 10 of coins. So I feel like Aquarius is just really on their shit. Like you really in the head down, just grinding. Like you don't want to do a whole lot of talking. You don't want to get, in front of people and be acting like, yo, I got this popping off. I got this going on. Like you really in hush mode, Aquarius, what I'm feeling like. You really in hush mode. A lot of people don't know what you're going through. Jonah, get off. I feel like a lot of people don't know what it is that you're doing or what you're going through or the business plans that you have laid out. You may drop hints every now and then, but you're focused on something big. It's a lot of energy going into it. You're investing a lot of yourself into it. So yeah, just keep your head up and keep going in that direction. When I just said that you just kind of keeping things to yourself, there's that four of coins card. You're keeping things to yourself, kind of holding your cards close to you, making sure ain't nobody really in your business because they would probably just be a distraction right now anyway. That's the energy that you are holding on to in January. But at the same time, you do still have somebody in the back of your mind, probably somebody in your past, somebody that you could have had a long-term relationship with, you've been with for a long time, or somebody that you know from childhood. Like you may have met them in your old neighborhood that you were growing up in, or back in school or something, but somebody that you have a history with. So while you're kind of keeping your cards close to you and focusing on your business matters or your finances and trying to secure your lifestyle, um, yeah, you could have this person in the back of your mind too. Yeah, you just kind of keeping an eye on them. I don't really see that you are acting on this person being in the back of your mind. You just kind of you may be looking at their social media or asking about them with friends or something like that. Because really, and again, this is all in the same energy. You want to be stable, you want to be happy. And before, I feel like the reason why you're not reaching out to this person is because you want to get everything stable. You want to get everything in a fertile place so that when you do reach out to this person or when you do get up with this person, it's like you won't be a burden to them. I know Aquarius don't like to really take handouts. They don't like to be a burden to nobody. Like they'll go without before they ask for something, especially if they've asked before and didn't receive help. They'll just like close their mouth and suffer before they keep asking for stuff. But I feel like in January you're doing a lot to be able to make an environment and lay down the foundation for this type of energy. This is soulmate, marriage, engagement, passionate love is that type of card. I feel like you're laying down the foundation for that to be, for that to be had in your life. Like that's what you want. You got to make sure you're straight first. The seven of staffs is a card of like self-defense. So it's not like you defending yourself against somebody per se, but it's more just like you know what you need to do to be able to carry your own end. Because like I just said, you don't like asking people for handouts. So you're going to make sure that you're good. In January, you do have like big hopes and dreams. When I was talking about this person that's on your mind and you want to make sure everything is in order before you try to, move forward with a love like that or whatever, it's because you see, I feel like you really are like hella in love with somebody. And I don't mean like, just, oh, I really like this person. Like you see something very special about this person. And that's why they're in the back of your mind, whatever it is that you're doing. So even though you're like in business mode and grind mode, you have your head down and you're working and you're keeping things to yourself, this person is still in the back of your mind because they mean so much to you. Like you want to be able to bring this person in and be vulnerable with them and not have unnecessary, like issues about finances and bullshit. Because like the number one, cause of arguments and breakups, especially in marriages, is like finances. Cheating, whatever, fuck it. Okay, yeah, people gonna argue about that too, but finances it'll fuck up the energy in a relationship. Like that's what leads to cheating, when you have an imbalance of, people taking care of the physical of course being taken care of by finances. When you have a physical imbalance and, people don't feel secure in their home or, with their money, then they tend to go look for satisfaction or, for ego stroking in outside relationships. And you want to avoid all of that, because whoever this person is, you see them in such a good light. You see them with such a loving light. It's like an infatuation, but it's more than just an infatuation. It's actually love. You see them like that and you want the best with them. You want the 10 of coins. That's what you want with them. That's partly why that 10 of coins is so much on your mind right now, because this person means so much to you that you don't want to bring them into no bullshit, and you don't want to take no bullshit into them. You know, you don't want to come to that person with no 425 credit score, or you don't want to come to them, with the repo man fresh on your ass. You don't want that. You want shit to be stable. So it's like you're disciplining yourself. The Queen of Swords is about discipline. Like she knows what needs to be done, and she's like, "This is how we gonna do it." So even if I have to seem kind of cold for a minute, because she is seem like the cold queen, the bitter queen, the ice queen. So even if you have to be in ice queen business suit mode for a while and just kind of cut off any advances, because I don't see like you really paying attention to anybody trying to court you right now. Because you kind of you may be single, but you like off the market, if you know what I'm saying, because you're just kind of disciplined and you're doing what you need to do to get yourself right so that you can be in the kind of relationship that's long lasting, that has a future. With this 8 of Cups card right here, is like you're walking away from nonsense. You're walking away from anything that doesn't serve your highest purpose, and that's good for your spiritual ascension, Aquarius. That's hella good for your spiritual ascension. I'm glad that you are focused enough to do that. You're so focused on building the life that you want to build. And Aquarius, y'all some multitasking motherfuckers. I know, because I'm one of them, have hella Aquarius energy. So some people can only focus on, being in love. Some people can only focus on grinding. You focusing on both of them. You've consolidated that focus. You're equally focused on two things. That's some more of that temperance energy. The temperance card has 2 cups. The person is like measuring them back and forth to make sure they're equally full. And the temperance card ain't even showed up yet, but I'm sure it will. I would be surprised if it won't. But the 8 of Cups is like you're walking away from anything that is not balanced, that does not support the mission that you're on right now to, achieve your goals. The King of Swords is very certain about what it is that you're going through. So as you go about your daily life, as you go about anything in January, it's like, I don't really have time for no nonsense. I'm doing what I need to do to get what I need to get, so I can be stable, so I can have this fertile ground, so I can be in a good place. So when me and my boo get up, we'll be good. We won't have to be arguing about dumb shit. We won't have to worry about dumb shit. Look there in that relationship card placement, the Knight of Coins, having something to offer. You making sure that you bring something to the table. You're gonna always make sure you bring something to the table. And I do want to take a moment to say that for Aquarius women, because of course, men gonna make sure they have something to bring to the table, but Aquarius women, this is not saying that you should be working your ass off, because as a feminine, the work that you do to secure yourself is not going to look the same as the work that a man does to secure himself. So don't feel like you need to be out here hustling just so that you can prove to a man that, hey, I got something to bring to the table. I got this, and that. Because really, a masculine man is not looking for you to be able to meet or match his salary or to meet and match what he brings in terms of a relationship. If you do find a man who's looking for you to meet or match what he brings in terms of material possessions, he's not really in his masculine energy, because the masculine man likes to provide and knows that the feminine has a different workload in terms of what you bring to the relationship. So while yeah, you could be working on your business, that's something that's really more spiritual than it is material, because a woman working on her business, that's something that's fulfilling her, as opposed to going and clocking in at somebody's job. You fulfilling yourself by using your gifts, whether it be doing hair, whether it be doing makeup, whether it's hell doing readings on YouTube, whether it's cooking, making plays, doing candy apples, like whatever hustle it is that you have going on that you're just trying to build yourself up with, that's your workload. And it's a lot more spiritual for the feminine than it is for the masculine. The masculine, a lot of times they don't give a fuck how they get to it, even though they like to have their own businesses too. A man can make money in so many more ways than a woman can, and they will go make money in much more ways than a woman can. You know what I'm saying? They don't have as many restrictions on or taboos about what it is that a man should do to get money. But getting, back onto the topic, because I'm digressing right now. You just want to have something to offer in January. That's your number one focus. Four of Swords. That's what you're doing. That's your focus in any relationship, and you're not entertaining any relationships where there's not something that can contribute to you. You don't want to be a burden on nobody, and you don't want no burdens either. I fucks with it. What's happening here, as far as what's transforming in January, is that you're getting out of the energy of just like overthinking about stuff or being anxious or being depressed about something. It's like if you do have late nights, it's not because you up stressing over a man or stressing over a woman. You up just stressing over how you're gonna get stability in your life, if you stressing about anything, because what's transforming is that you just making sure that you do the work. When you actively working on something and you actively focused on something, it's hard to stay in that stressed energy because you're being productive. So that's what's transforming in January. Yeah, the negative thoughts, all of that is being cut out. So I'm not saying you won't have negative thoughts in January, but if you've been in a depression, or if you've been feeling not so, high about yourself or not so good about yourself, it is, it's coming to an end of it. The 10 of staffs is like, that's a burden, but the 10 is a number of completion. So you're getting out of that energy of just sitting there thinking about how something ain't good enough, or how you don't want to be a burden to somebody, and you're actively doing something about it. And because you're actively doing something about it, you're transforming that anxious energy. You getting that monkey off your back, whatever that may mean. So somebody could be kicking a drug habit too. You could be so focused on trying to get things together and get your life together that you kind of quit any bad habits that could be weighing on you. So somebody could be kicking a drug habit. They could be kicking a gambling habit. Addictions come in many shapes and forms. So somebody could be kicking an addiction because you are so focused on building a solid foundation, because you just want a happy life. I heard happy wife, happy life, but I understand women are watching too. So you want to be the happy wife with a happy life and a happy husband and happy family and all of that. Um, and what's on the horizon is just a change in yourself, a change in your life, a change in your world. Because while you do all of this and while you are so focused, you're making changes. So even though you may be in that full energy where at the moment or coming into January, you don't see a whole lot of changes, please believe that by the end of January, you'll see a lot more. Shit could look a whole lot different by the end of January than how it started off, Aquarius. So just keep moving, keep trucking. Keep on trucking, baby. You gotta keep on trucking. Nine of Staffs. By the end of the month, you'll be able to actually look back and see how many changes have been made. And it's just like when you get in the gym and you try to lose weight or you try to get some gains going. It's like on a day-to-day basis, you may not see much of a change, but if you take a picture at the beginning of the month and then take a picture, compare it to a picture by the end of the month, you see big changes. So by the end of the month, you'll be able to see exactly how much has changed in your life as a result of you having this like narrowed in focus. Oh, all these cards just came out. Let me take a peek at them right quick. Look, this, I don't draw cards, or I don't have upside down cards in the deck, but this one came out upside down. The Two of Coins is about juggling something, but you're not really juggling a whole lot of stuff here. It's like you're very focused. So you know exactly what it is that you're doing. And as a result of you knowing exactly what it is that you're doing, even though it could be two things that you're focused on, it's not like a juggle. You know how I'm saying? Like you could have things. There's times when you juggle stuff and it feels like it's a lot. You feel overwhelmed. You don't feel overwhelmed because you know exactly what you're focused on. So you don't find yourself out here doing a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. You have very aligned actions. Let's see, we had the chariot, the tool staff, queen of staff. Yeah. It's your journey. You chose the direction. You own it. Looking good, feeling good. Everything gonna be good. um with this Ace of Cups here, this is the energy of like a deep emotional investment, a gift of overflowing love. And this is like the spotlight for January. This card right here in this 10th house, this is like the spotlight. This is what you will remember, 2 years from now when you look back. What happened in January 2019? The Ace of Cups is what you remember. And I feel like you'll remember the Ace of Cups energy, which is like that deep emotional investment, because you realize that all of the work that you're putting in right now, that intense focus that you have, it's all coming from a place of emotional fulfillment, or wanting to offer emotional fulfillment, or wanting to have a space for emotional fulfillment to come in. So like if you aren't the person who's pursuing, or you're waiting for somebody to pursue you, it's like you're still embodying this energy of just getting your ducks in a row. Because when that person does come in, and they are coming in, it's because when they come in, and like I said, they are coming in, you want them to feel good. You want to give them positive energy. This is loving, positive energy with the Ace of Cups. You want to be able to offer that to them when they come in. Yep. And the reunion, like I said, it is coming. The Three of Cups is a reunion card. People who feel the same about each other coming in. So it is coming in as a result of you doing the work. It's like when you have positive intent, positive focus. You have positive focus because you want something, that you want your life to be in this 10 of coins energy. You have a positive intent because you're doing it so that you can have that energy right there, that beautiful love, beautiful marriage, um, that consistent love, that steady love that don't go nowhere. So you have positive intent, positive focus. And when you have positive intent and positive focus, when you pair that with action, especially aligned, focused action, you get a positive manifestation. So you get exactly what it is that you want. So that love, that emotional fulfillment that you are actively preparing for, Aquarius, it is coming to you. Absolutely is coming to you. And you may get more than just that too. Because you're putting that positive energy out there. So the universe will give you that the person that you want, plus some other options too, just in case that person decide to act up. But I don't see that person acting up, because you have the Two of Cups, which is like a soulmate card too here in your friendship. So not only is this a love, but it's a friendship. Not only is this like a twin flame. Well, this is a twin flame. I feel like not only is it like a twin flame relationship, like this person could be your best friend. And even if you off by yourself, like you don't know how they feeling. Y'all may not know how each other is feeling right now, but I feel like y'all both feeling the same way about each other. Y'all both on the same page emotionally. Even if you're not talking to each other, even if you're not seeing each other, y'all both on the same page. You just in the dark about it. One of these eclipses or full moons in January could get you right though. It could come on out. Y'all start talking to each other. That can be when the reconciliation happens. Empress energy. You're definitely bringing them in. You are in full alignment. You are in absolutely full alignment with this, with that soulmate Two of Cups energy. I said, get down. So yeah, the Two of Cups, the moon, the Empress there, and like that friendship energy in your social life. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, you could be around people, you could still feel kind of alone by the end of the month. Like you could still be around a lot of folks and still be social, but I feel like you won't feel so alone. Like you'll feel like you're on the same page with somebody. You may not see it yet, but you may know it. So that's telling me that even by the end of January, even if y'all haven't come into full alignment, because there are cycles of like twin flames that come into reunion, even if you haven't come into reunion with your twin flame by the end of January, it's like you move up. Y'all's relationship still progresses because you get to the point where you just intuitively know that that person feels the same way about you. It's like y'all are on the same wavelength. Like it's a telepathic knowing, I feel like a telepathic communication. And like the goddess guidance said, trust that inner wisdom. You trust it. You know, when you get that feeling that the person is feeling the same way that you do, don't doubt it. Trust it. Because January, a lot that you learn about January 2019 is that you know more than you see. A lot of what happens in most, you know what, not even a lot or most, everything that happens in life is mental. The high priestess knows this. She knows her hermetic principles. She knows law of attraction. She understands law of rhythm, cause and effect, law of gender, all of that. She gets it. She knows the universal law. She knows how the universe works. And she's working that energy. So I feel like Aquarius, even if you have not studied those things, even if you're not intentionally doing those things, this could be the very first tarot reading you've ever seen, Aquarius. And it's like you're coming with this energy before even knowing exactly what it is, because you just feel so strongly about this person. You want to make sure that you got everything in alignment. And it's not even all about the other person. It's about you just, like I said up here with this spread up here that was talking about ego. You want to take pride in what you're building. Like you want to have something to offer. You don't want to be a burden to anybody. So you getting your shit up, you getting your weight up. Ace of Swords, you cutting through. With the High Priestess, like you learn a lot. You're cutting through a lot of I heard you cutting through the matrix, or you're destroying the matrix. It's like you get out of that mindset of just going to work to pay bills, and you start to really understand the energy behind what you're doing. You start to understand the intent behind what you're doing. You start to understand manifesting. Four of Cups. Yeah, you're just keeping it. You don't really want a whole lot of extra stuff. The whole world is going on around you, and like I said, you're just in your own zone. You're invested in one thing. And I feel like the one thing to describe what you're invested in is that 10 of coins. You want material success. You want, your family to be good. You want your relationship to be stable. You want your kids to be happy. You want your dog to have a big yard to run around. You want the white picket fence. You want it all. You want the 3-car garage with the Tahoe in it and with the Corvette and the little motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? You want all of that. You want everything that life has to offer, and you're putting in the action, you're putting in the work to get it. And the reason I feel like that you've been putting in the work to get it has a lot to do with that soulmate, that person that you've known from way back when, or that you already have history with. And they're the reason why you're planting these seeds. They're the reason why you're investing so much energy in such a narrow focus. Is I feel like Aquarius don't necessarily feel like that feather blowing in the wind in January 2019. And y'all know what I mean, Aquarius, is when I say you feel like a feather blowing in the wind. This thing catch your interest, you're gone. This thing to catch your interest, you're gone. Free spirit. I feel like you are a lot more focused now. And you can still have that free spirit, open-minded kind of way about you, but you're actually actively focused on two things: your material success and that person that you want to make your surroundings beautiful so that you can bring them into. So yeah, love has a lot to do with why you're so focused this month. So this turned into a little career and love reading, Aquarius. Golden opportunity. The golden opportunities are coming up for you. You putting that work in, the opportunity is gonna happen. So don't worry about that. And trust your inner wisdom. Don't allow no doubts to come in, because you know what you know. If you feel it, it's because it's real. And I feel like everything that you do feel and everything that your soul is urging you to do, it's all for your good. So if you have any personal matters that you would like an extended, not an extended, but a private reading for, see my description box. And I'm gonna be changing up the way I do readings quickly, so shortly. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, check the description box because I have the instructions in there. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be going ahead and doing the Leo reading now. So good luck to you, Aquarius. And when that reunion happens, leave a comment so that I can pat myself on the back for calling it, and so that I can congratulate you also. Okay. I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Thank you for watching. Bye.